talk about how I lost the lust for photography. Excuse me. So it all started 20 years ago with a project I did called Portland History. And I immersed myself so much in it that I probably went crazy. I was so passionate and gave it so much every single night for years, just being a sewer rat, I felt like I was invincible, and I kind of was, sneaking into all these buildings and going into all these houses and setting up schedules and walking for miles and miles and miles, whether it was raining or cold or snowing. It was relentless, and I loved it. I was so just, because I didn't want to miss anything. And I think doing it for so long, I got addicted to the rush of not only sneaking in somewhere, how am I going to get in, who's there, who's going to see me, is there stairs to get in, do I have to scallop the wall, do I have to crawl through a hole, do I have to go through a tunnel, do I have to go through a window or a basement or something. It was delightful. It was really fun, and I don't even ever really speak on Portland history anymore because I feel like it's almost like it was cursed in a way. I never really thought about ever capitalizing off something I was so passionate about, but like 8 years towards the end of my project, I was like, I would like this to be a history book and go down with Portland history as one of the ones who had made this book. I'm a big fan of Minor White and Ansel Adams, and I try to mix like my long exposure with both of those kind of styles and incorporate mine as well. And if you don't know, Minor White came here in the 40s to, I believe, teach photography at school, maybe at PSU, not really too sure, but he shot a lot of the derelict buildings on the waterfront that is now the Tom McCall waterfront. And those were all just cast iron, beautiful, ornate buildings, and just rows and probably a mile from the hawthorn to the steel. And then what he didn't shoot, I felt like I was standing in his footsteps and shooting the next batch of historic places being torn down. So I had felt a big responsibility in capturing these moments in time, make sure to not miss anything, and if I did, I would show up to a place and then the house would be gone or the building would be a pile of rubble or something, and I would just, my heart would be broken because I missed it. And I can't do all, I can't be all at these places at once. And I tried to be, and I thought I could, and I did a pretty damn good job at being everywhere at once when I needed to be, because I had this set schedule of just like, in my journal, I just had this, okay, go here, this time, go look at this at this time, go do this at this time, make sure this is doable for tomorrow. And I really had a system, and it worked for years. But everything prior that I had shot before Portland history was just like rivers and landscape and mountains and friends riding and skating and just people. But I had never been so passionate, and I had found something that I was passionate about shooting, and I never considered myself like a journalist or even a photographer. Just wanted to capture something that I had looked up to when I had read these books and when I had seen these history books. They really, this is my home, and I wanted to do something for my home, and this was my piece contributing to Portland and Portland's history. So I gave it too much, and I crashed and burned, and I took some time off and put it away, and ended up trying to get the books made, which it was a long list of just shit chaos to try to figure out publishers and all the, we had this one quote. It was like 10 grand for 100 books. I'm like, no one's gonna buy a historic, like a history book for $300 a piece. So that wasn't happening. So I couldn't go with that. Which they were great publishers. They had been around since the 80s here in Portland and did a lot of stuff for Portland, but I couldn't. And then we tried a few others. Didn't work out. Just like other things didn't work out with the project. And it just kept just snowballing. And it's just like, it's almost like it didn't want me. It just kept getting stabbed down and stabbed down and stabbed down. It just couldn't, so I took a break again and I tried to get the ball rolling again. And it finally, and my friend, she helped me. And we just made Amazon books. And am I happy with them? Fuck no. Do I recommend you getting some? No. Because they print from all over the country and they do a shit job, and it not only is it disrespecting my photos, but I don't want anybody to buy them because that's not my photo. Like a distorted photo or a blurry photo or photos with like lines in it because their printer sucks. That hurts. Try to sell prints, that doesn't work. It did, the book did push a little bit. I think I sold like 100, maybe 100 copies. I don't even think that, which thank you to whoever's watching this. Thank you for supporting me and my photography and my book and my whole project, and whoever bought the book, thank you. And I love you for that. But the more I kept getting books for my friends to like sign them and to give to them, it was just, the quality was shit. And it really upsetted me because it was nighttime, You can make a photo worse by shooting at night with no light, with just bulb, f/22, and then you print it on some shit printer. So I'm jaded about that. I wish I could start over, but I'm just going to move forward. I'm probably not going to promote the book ever again. And just take my losses as what that project, or take the losses and the pride that I got from doing it and the respect I got from others while doing it, and still to this day that I get, which is very kind of people saying that they really appreciate what I did. And that's pretty much all I wanted to hear. It had nothing to do with money or making the book or anything like that. Just people recognizing the love I have for my city and how I wanted to give back. And that's why I got a write-up in the Oregonian, the second page, big write-up, 1-page write-up. Had a journalist sneak in with me and went into officials, and she got to see, like, hands down, every inch that I made and how I went about it. And she wrote it exactly how I wanted, and she made it sound really good, and I was very happy. And it had promoting my art show, was a 3 or 4 day long exhibit, which again, something bad happened during that, and somebody had passed away, and the night before our soft opening, and I didn't want to do it, and they say, you're gonna do it. So that was really hard to have to lie to people and act and put a smile on my face and like act like everything was all right. And I was excited. I was trying to be excited, That's why there's no photos or videos of this event, because a lot of that stuff happened and no one could be there. So whoever went to that event, thank you. I don't remember much. I still have a little bit of photos, but there was so many faces and so many people to catch up with and so many people to say thank you to. And so if I missed you, I'm sorry. If I did see you, thank you for being there. But it just seems like after that, I just lost the lust to shoot, and my neck hurts today because this thing weighs like 5 pounds. I've been carrying it around the last week or two, just trying to get that spark going, to shoot again. And I have kindling left to try to start that fire. But finding subjects has been kind of hard, because I've had shot everything and I don't want to go back to shooting buildings and getting caught in that. I did my job with that part of the project and I want to move forward, and I'm trying to find my spot in photography and find my style. Like, I don't think I'm that good anyway, but I'd like to have a style. I look up just like a handful of photographers and I look at their stuff and I'm like, God, I wish my photos could look like that, one day. That would be awesome. But I enjoy shooting, and I've always had a camera around me. I enjoy just capturing moments in time and being able to send them to people years down the line and be like, hey, check this out. And because no one poses, I don't do, it's all natural in the moment. To me, it's very important. So I capture those moments and try to keep them alive. And that's the best thing with photography is you just freeze time. And I froze time with this project, and it's time to let it go and start seeing things differently. I definitely find myself shooting still buildings and stuff just because I love architectural stuff, and just, it's beautiful. That is how I lost my lust to photography. I hope that wasn't too long babbling. But I got a D300S when I was in Florida because I got inspired again. I got a D90 again, which I used to shoot doing the Portland History Project, and a D50. And then I bought a film, Pentax. So just trying to dabble, GoPro for long exposures, just weird new kind of, just trying out new technology stuff and having fun. And that's what it's all about. It's just have fun. To have a career or to work for somebody or somebody to buy my photos. Yeah, is that a dream? For sure. I just wanted to touch on those things because they've been bothering me for a really, 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 really long time. It's been a long time. I sit back here thinking, like, I did a great job and I'm proud of myself. I never got caught, never got in trouble, never, I was like Dexter. I just went in, and then the next day I would come and talk to construction workers and then ask them what they thought about the building, or is it cool in there? Just fuck with them. It was great. It was fun. But do I miss it? Yeah, I miss the thrill. I miss the thrill. I miss the smell. I miss the excitement. There's so much excitement. Just enjoy taking pictures of my friends and the experiences we have. And that's what photography is to me. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I wish wasn't babbling on about nothing important, but also I know it's not writing. But I do get to enjoy this beautiful view. I really do have a really lucky life, and I definitely don't take it for granted. So I'll see you on the next one, and I hope everybody's well.